In today's video, I'm gonna go over the 5 projects that you should not sell or even waste your time on. So there are tons of videos out there telling you about all the products, big and small, that you should be making, but I could not find any that told you what not to make so you don't waste your time. And here at Cutting It Close, we're not only trying to provide value to the side hustler or the weekend warrior, we're trying to provide value to the person that wants to make woodworking a full-time career and a life choice. So one of the first things that I would generally stray away from is anything that has plans for it. Whether you bought those plans or the plans were given to you for free, I typically stray away from that because if you think about it logically, if that person was actually making money from the product, they would never make plans for it and give it away for free or even charge for it in the first place. The amount of money they were making from that product outweighs the amount of money that they could make from selling the product or at least giving it away for free. So when I see somebody giving away a plans for this amazing coffee table or this picnic table or any kind of chair or anything for free, I typically stray away from it because I know that the barriers to entry to start making that product are extremely low because somebody already has a super detailed plan on how to make said product, and therefore you have no competitive advantage when you're trying to bring that product to the market because Joe Smo, who also watched that YouTube video, and Taylor and Sarah and John, who all watched that YouTube video, now have those exact same plans, know exactly how you make it, know exactly which wood you use, and this may be controversial, but actually see on YouTube, because YouTube is a video plan on how to make something, right? They may not say it exactly in there, but you see exactly how this product is made. For example, coffee tables, end tables, table consoles, river epoxy tables, kitchen utensils like spoons and spatulas, all of that kind of stuff I would stay away from. Do you actually think they make that to make money, or they make it for entertainment to get eyeballs so they can actually fund the business that they are actually running? So just because the video is viral doesn't mean flipping it and trying to sell that same product is gonna make you money. Just remember, views do not equal sales. Wait! Don't post that hate comment yet. I can see you typing away saying, Ryan, I already make stuff using plans and I do make money off of it. See, you can make money doing it, but you cannot build a business around it. Therefore, that's why I included it in this video, because it is something I would still stay away from and not waste your time on. Now, on to point 2. The second thing you're gonna want to avoid kinda looks like this, but it's not a cutting board, it's just a bland, generic product. If you're making something like that, make it a unique shape, make it a unique thickness, a unique size that is not easily duplicatable by these giant companies. I've been to these giant factories. I know some of the people who own these giant factories. They will kick your butt every time. This stack of wood behind me, they'll go through this in an hour, in 30 minutes. They'll just burn through this. They're buying wood and making products cheaper than you can even buy the materials to make the product. Cheaper than the gas it takes for you to drive over to the warehouse to get the product. Don't try to compete with those guys. Don't do it. When you're designing a product, look on Amazon, look on Alibaba, look at Walmart. Make sure that the design you are doing is not readily available on the shelves or online. If it is, you better put a name on it, or you better do something a little different to it. So if you're making spatulas and spoons and little trinkets and gadgets, make them out of unique wood. Put somebody's name on it. Try to get around that mass-produced feeling. Don't make something generic. All I'm trying to get at is I've seen people fail, and I don't want you to fail at trying to sell those because it's already hard enough to make it in woodworking. Don't have 2 things working against you at once. The next thing, number 3, coasters. I know this is gonna make a lot of people mad. A lot of y'all probably make coasters or laser engrave them, etc. From my experience, just don't make coasters. I know you want to. You can use scrap wood like these, right? You can use scrap wood like this. It looks super cool. Make them for yourself, make them for your aunt, make them for your uncle. Don't make them to try to sell. Just do me a favor, just don't.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why? Simple math. The amount of coasters you have to make and sell to make $1,000 is an enormous amount of coasters. And when somebody else with a laser can cut this piece of plywood out, engrave a name on it, and there's thousands of lasers and thousands of Glowforges that can do this thing, I'm just advising against them. If you can make it out of scrap, good for you. That scrap's gonna end. You're not gonna be able to mass produce them. I've tried it. I've tried and failed. I'm a little salty about it, but it's not because I'm salty. You just can't make a living making these. You just can't do it. So just don't. Save yourself hours and weeks and a year of your life trying to develop a product around coasters. It just doesn't work. Don't make coasters.
But I love making coasters.
No, don't do it.
But they keep all the rings off my table and they look so pretty and I can use all my scrap wood.
I don't care about your table.
But coasters are amazing. They're the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, I'm just getting me an ice cold beverage out of my Frio cooler. If you'd like one for yourself, check out FrioCoolers.com. That is the very best way to support me and this channel. Thanks, guys. So to preface this next one, I've seen money being made, but I've never seen it being made at a professional level. For all my CNC guys out there, you're gonna not like me. 3D carvings, do not try to make them and sell them. Yes, they are cool. I absolutely love my CNC carving out this stuff. But one, these are bought plans. So let's say you are the one that's really good and you can model your own stuff, right? How much can you model in a year? How long does it actually take your CNC to run, right? I mean, you're probably running this on a smaller CNC. Maybe it's a $3,000, $4,000 CNC. So whenever you buy a larger CNC, it's still gonna take 3 hours to do a carving, and that CNC is gonna cost an astronomical amount. I've never seen it work out for somebody to transition from doing these, a couple of these on the side for their buddies, to actually making these to sell, to make a living. And I definitely have never seen anybody do this at a mass production scale. My advice, if you're into 3D carving and you have the CNC, I hate to tell you the bad news, do not think you're going to make and sell these and make a full-time living doing it. Now, there may be a couple exceptions out there, but if you're not the exception, stay away from 3D carvings. Do them for yourself, do them from your grandma, do them from your aunt. There's people out there that hand carve stuff much better or have 10 head machines that are spitting these out every couple seconds. So my advice, just stay away from 3D carvings, guys. I love them, but I cannot make a living selling them. And the last one, and I'm so glad a lot of y'all can't throw things through your screen, wood turnings. Like this pen. So back to my very first principle of if you see it on YouTube, you probably can't make a living doing it. How many cool bowl turnings have you seen on YouTube? Do you know that most likely that's the only reason they're profitable in their bowl turning business or their pen turning business? I have a really, really good friend who does make a living making pens. He does an excellent job. He's extremely good, extremely crafted. But I've never seen a pen turner with more than one employee. Why? Because you train them on how to turn this beautiful, amazing pen, and they get $1,000 or $2,000 and they go and buy a lathe and start making them themselves. That's a fact of life. I've been to a bowl factory that actually do make bowls for a living. They own the forest and they own the trees and they own the whole process of making just a bowl, and they're spitting out a bowl every 10 seconds. But for you to think you can turn a bowl and keep turning them and keep turning them and make a good living doing it, it's gonna be really hard unless, once again, unless you're that outlier. You could be that outlier, but if you're not, just don't. Just don't. Over the course of this video, I got a little heated, I got a little passionate. So if you're a pen turner or a bowl carver or a 3D carver, I meant no offense at all. But if you're a coaster maker, I meant what I said. But I'm just so passionate about people going from one level to another in the woodworking realm, just like I did, and how exhilarating it is and how fun it is. I want people to get there sooner than later because it's an amazing trip, and I'm so grateful for everything that I have so far in my woodworking journey. You know, I hope this video provides value to those that are looking to get to the next level in their woodworking journey as well. So guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next Sunday as I'm gonna go over the 5 products that actually do sell that can take you to that next level where you can become a full-time woodworker. So be sure to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and remember, if you ain't cutting it close, you ain't cutting it right.